We are living in an ever-changing world where online teaching is as valuable as face-to-face teaching. Unexpectedly, online teaching may be more challenging, especially for those who have low digital skills. Not to mention how challenging it may be to maintain student engagement and attention during online sessions. However, it's an often phenomenon that little attention is paid to getting to know one's users. Which leads us to wonder, how can you develop a positive relationship with someone you don't really know well enough? Knowing what end users expect from an e-learning course requires a fundamental understanding of the qualities and the particularities of one's audience. We can agree that every person and target group learns differently. So, we can conclude that without knowing this, it will be difficult to identify the elements of creating an engaging course for them.
Hello everyone, my name is Nicolas Moudouros. I am the head of training and software development at Emphasis Center, which is situated in Nicosia, Cyprus. My background is in computer science and data communication systems. I am a trainer of computer related and ICT related in general courses for the last 14 years. I have taught courses that have to do with university entry exams, such as the A-level in computer science for entry in British universities. I have taught the course for exam entry in the field of computer science and computer engineering in Greek and Cypriot universities. I have been teaching the European computer driving diploma, and I have been a robotics instructor, and in general teaching STEM related courses. Some of these courses besides robotics have to do with video game design with virtual reality and augmented reality elements. I'm teaching coding, different programming languages, from the very simple ones for very young students starting with Scratch, moving to other block-based programming languages, and we also teach C++, C#, and Python programming language. We have a section in our STEAM training that has to do with drone coding. So our students program drones using Python. And I also teach 3D modeling, 3D design, and 3D printing. We have equipment here at our organization that the students can use, which involves 3D scanning, CNC cutting, laser engraving. So we try to offer to our students a wide range of technological tools that we feel are important for them to have and to use throughout their lives and to expand their knowledge. I also lead the software development department, where we create custom-made solutions that have to do with educational platforms. We also create mobile applications for iOS and Android devices, and the software development team also creates serious games and educational games, most of them being part of our European projects. And we also incorporate the latest technologies in these video games, such as virtual reality, augmented reality, elements of artificial intelligence, and Internet of Things. Now, as I said before, I have been teaching for 14 years, and I have taught a wide range of students, starting from very young ages, 6 and 7 years old, all the educational ranks, primary education, secondary education. I have taught in vocational education students, high school students, university students as well. We have done several adult training courses as part of the ICT training that we offer in Cyprus. And we also had trainings and have trainings with senior citizens, which is another interesting group that I enjoy teaching. And we also are in close collaboration with specific target groups such as migrants and also people with special needs. So We have been working with the deaf community and the blind community. So my experience in training goes from ages of 6 years old up to 86 years old. And we had this pandemic, which had a serious effect for our learners. So from one day to the next, we had to shift our training from the physical training, being in the classroom, being face-to-face with our students, to online learning. I'm not going to lie to you, it was quite difficult, both for us as educators, as learners, and also for the students as well, to adapt to this type of training. Being an ICT teacher, maybe for me it was a bit easier than other teachers who teach different type of courses to adapt and to use this technology. But still it was quite difficult, because not only you had to present the course to educate learners, and especially learners that they had a target to succeed their exams, on being in a virtual classroom. So we had to devise different ways. We had to rethink the way we deliver our training, in order to be sure that the quality of the training is as equal as the one having on face-to-face training as well. So what we did was that during the online training, we wanted all of the participants to have their cameras switched on. This, of course, was against what was happening in the morning in their morning school, due to privacy reasons, and because most of the students were in public schools, there wasn't much that the teachers could do. But being in the private sector allowed us to have, let's say, more capabilities as to what was happening in the virtual classroom. So we wanted all the students to have their cameras switched on, and to be able to see not only me but also their fellow students, because one of the things that we do here at Emphasis, the way we work with our students, and this has to is the same with all age groups. We work as a team. We tell them from the first day that they arrive here, and they have a purpose. Their purpose is either to learn or to pass their exam or to deliver a project, is that we work as a team and that no one is left behind. So if we feel that a person is not following what is happening in the classroom, we stop the lesson and we try to bring up to speed that person, either being at the time of the training or bringing him and communicating with him on one-to-one basis. So the way we worked in the online courses, we tried to differentiate. So we would split the students into small groups. They had an assignment, and from there on, we would split the virtual classroom to smaller classrooms, and I would hop from one virtual meeting room to the other one to check what was going on, to assist them, and then the students, they would get, let's say, the podium, and they would present their output, their results, and they would explain to their fellow students what was their task and how they achieved it. Another thing that we would do in the classroom was right after we delivered a short, let's say, theoretical part, either we would give an exercise, or there are a lot of new tools that we can use, such as Kahoot or quiz, which can have, let's say, quick engagement of the students, answering questions and seeing who is on the podium, who came first, who came second. So this was something that made them to be more, let's say, active in the classroom, paying attention, and even the students who are not as talkative, or they are a bit more shy to say their opinion, we could see their progress through this tool. Another thing that I would do before I start the lesson, and it was a virtual, let's say, meeting, I would discuss with them how was their day, what they did, because besides being a teacher, you should be also their friend. The times were very hard. I'm talking about the period, the COVID period and the pandemic. So it is also important to assure your students that everything will be okay. We are progressing. You are not losing anything by being in a virtual classroom, and that our targets are still there, and we still need to work as a team to complete our goal, which is to succeed our exam. Now, what was happening before, let's say, the lesson? Of course, there was preparation. There was preparation on my behalf. Of course, there was preparation also if it was a face-to-face learning activity, but it demanded a different type of preparation when we were talking about online learning. So I needed to prepare, I needed to think about new activities in the breakout rooms where I would give them a group assignment. I would need to think of different types of quizzes that I would give in between the training and at the end of the training as well. Now, after the lesson had finished, and this happens either offline or online classes with our students, we have a group either on Messenger or an online group such as Viber or WhatsApp, where we communicate. So if they have a question when they are studying about a quiz and they want the help of a fellow student, they can communicate. Or if they want to ask me something, they can send on the group, and they can and everybody can see this question, because maybe they didn't think about this aspect when they were studying, and this allows them to get a different perspective. And it also adds up to what I was saying before, that we work together. We built a community, a small community of trust, of the teacher being there, and also for one student being there for his fellow students. Now, after returning back, let's say, to normality, and this was quite a relief for me personally to be back in the classroom, and being now with a more clear head was what was happening during that time. If you told me, okay, I mean, you need to do an online training, of course I feel more experienced and more ready to do so, and I believe I could deliver a training which is as good as quality as the face-to-face. But to be honest, I personally prefer the face-to-face, because it is easier to get the feeling of the classroom, to understand better the expressions of the students, to see their body language, which is something that wasn't as easy as online learning. Of course, now in the times that we live now, online learning is an additional, let's say, convenience for professionals who either they need to work and they have to go to their jobs, so they do not have the flexibility to attend physically in a classroom. And also, if the training is being delivered in a different country or in a different location and they are not able to attend, the next best thing I would say is online learning, and this gives the potential for lifelong learning, which is an important skill that all of us should have at this time. So yes, I feel that online learning is here to stay. It should be part of our life, either being an educator or a student, or just someone who wants to elevate their skills and to be able to improve on his work performance or in his life in general.